Under the waves in the deepest depths of the ocean stands the capital of the underwater nation of Atlantis. Inside the largest structure in the city sits a king on his throne, speaking with a group of advisors. The king is sitting, shirtless, his legs dressed in ceremonial Atlantean armor. He has pointed ears and small feathered wings on his ankles. They flap slowly in the water. The group with the king consists of 2 larger men with warrior armor, a scrawny scientist, and a woman, each with blue skin, except the king. They all have gills on their necks, allowing them to breathe.
Violence will only lead to more violence.
They continue poisoning our waters, and our people will die. We must strike back.
Though he is often wrong, I must agree with Attuma. The surface dwellers pose the most imminent threat. We must act now before they try to wipe us out.
Silence.
Sire, all we are saying is that we need a solution. This problem is worsening by the day. And if we continue to do nothing, then...
Enough. I refuse to enter a war with the surface and risk the lives of Atlantis' citizens.
Sitting idly by will put more citizens in danger. We act now, or we will be destroyed.
I hear you, Attuma. But I have made my decision. You are all dismissed.
3 of the 4 advisors leave the throne room of the palace. The woman stands alone with the king.
Namora, you remain here with me after I have dismissed my advisors. Why?
You're a good king, cousin, but you let your past with the surface dwellers cloud your judgment. I'm not saying jump into a war with the surface, but you must be prepared to make the hard call you have been running from.
Thank you, cousin. You have been heard. Your words will be taken into consideration.
Namora exits the throne room, leaving the king to his thoughts. In New York City, in the basement of the Baxter Building, Reed Richards and Johnny Storm are hard at work on an engineering marvel. The invention they are working on is covered in a large brown tarp.
Come on, Reed. Let me do it. Trust me. It would be the most awesome and outrageous party of all time.
That is what I am worried about. I do not want anything too extreme. Plus, I'm going to ask Ben to be the best man. That gives him all the responsibilities of planning the bachelor party.
Oh, I get it. You want a lame party, so you give the responsibilities to the lamest guy you know.
Ben Grimm walks into the room.
My ears are burning. What's the kid saying this time?
We're just talking about how Reed...
Nothing. Hey, Ben, can you go get Susan? I think we are ready to show her the finished product.
Yeah, sure thing.
Ben leaves the room. After he does, Reed turns to Johnny.
So, about the whole best man thing, I have not asked him yet.
Oh, right. So keep it hush-hush.
Johnny winks at Reed a couple of times.
Stop that.
What?
It is quite disturbing.
Whatever.
Johnny turns back toward their project and wipes some dirt off the side.
Can you please pass me the blowtorch?
Johnny gets up.
No need.
He puts his arm up and superheats the metal. Ben walks into the room with Sue Storm behind him.
You boys are finally done with your project?
Reed and Johnny stand up. They both grab onto the tarp.
May we proudly present?
They pull off the tarp to reveal
The Fantastic Car.
a white armored vehicle the size of a large car with blue racing stripes down the center.
The what?
The Fantastic Car.
What is it?
The team's new all-terrain transportation vessel.
What my friend here is trying to say is, it's an insanely awesome car.
Right.
All 4 members get alerts on their phones.
Something is going on at the docks.
Good. We get a chance to test this thing out.
It's rush hour. It'll take us forever to get there if we drive.
Who said anything about driving?
Reed pulls a remote out of his pocket and presses a button on it. The top of the Fantastic Car comes off and moves to the back to reveal 4 seats on the inside. Ben gets in the driver's seat and Johnny gets in the far back seat. Reed and Sue fill in the other 2 spots in the middle, in between Ben and Johnny.
Custom-made seat and controls to fit your larger body.
Nice. So, this thing flies?
That button.
Reed stretches his arms and points to one of the buttons on the console. Ben starts the engine and presses the button. The Fantastic Car wheels suddenly fold in. In their place, thrusters activate. The vehicle starts to lift off the ground. Ben Grimm flies the Fantastic Car to the docks. When the 4 arrive at the scene, they land the Fantastic Car, and Ben, Sue, and Reed get out in their matching team uniforms.
That wasn't too bad of a first flight.
Whatever you say.
Johnny gets out last, holding his head.
What's that over there?
Johnny points in the direction of 3 large men in full covered black wetsuits and face masks, pushing shipping containers into the water.
How are they?
Let's do this. Flame on!
Johnny suddenly combusts into flames and flies over to the men. The other 3 members follow after him on foot.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but I don't think that's where those are supposed to go.
The largest man, a similar size to Ben Grimm, swings at Johnny, but he manages to get out of the way.
You've got to do better than that if you think you're going to take on old Johnny Storm.
The brute swings again, this time making contact and sending Johnny flying. Johnny hits a shipping container and falls to the ground. Reed and Sue engage one of the guys while Ben takes on the other. Johnny, struggling to get to his feet, uses the last bit of his energy to hurl a fireball at the man. The fireball hits the man in the chest, burning off some of his shirt and the lower part of his mask, revealing blue skin and an advanced breathing apparatus.
Fall back. We have done what His Majesty has sent us to do.
The other 2 men escape their fight and all 3 jump into the water, swimming deep. The Fantastic 4 come together and help Johnny to his feet. Ben Grimm turns to Reed.
What were those guys?
I do not know, Ben. I do not know.
Hours later, the Fantastic 4 are in the living room of their suite of the Baxter building, trying to find an answer to the question of the men at the docks. Reed is writing on a whiteboard, Sue and Ben are looking through piles of books, and Johnny is on his laptop.
So, what are we thinking, Reed?
No idea. The only explanation I can think of is a genetic mutation, but the chances of all 3 having the same mutation is very low. What about you 2? Anything in those books?
Nope.
Can't find nothing in these books.
You would probably have a better chance of finding something if you could, I don't know, read?
Why you?
Ben starts to get up to fight Johnny, but Sue raises her arm in front of him, calming him down.
Well, if you're such a genius smart guy, what have you got?
I actually did find something. I just did a search for strong blue people with breathing problems, and bam.
Ugh.
Reed takes the laptop from Johnny and scrolls through the article.
Dr. Walter Newell. Oceanography. Atlantis? Are you trying to tell me we fought sea people?
I mean, is it that far-fetched? In a world with aliens and mole people, mermaids are what you question?
Fair point.
I say we go down there and ask them why they were attacking that warehouse.
I don't know. How are we going to get down there?
Reed, do you think the Fantastic Car could withstand the pressure?
I think it could work. The hull should be strong enough.
Where have I heard that before?
Right. Johnny and I will do one more look over before we go.
The Fantastic Four get into the Fantastic Car and take off, heading for the ocean.
Here we go.
Ben flies the Fantastic car into the water, switching from flight settings to aquatic.
So, what exactly are we looking for down here, Reed?
The article made mention of a city. The radar should alert us if we are close to it.
So once we get there, then what?
We bash some heads.
No, we are here to be diplomatic. We are just going to ask some questions.
Right. Then we bash some heads.
If it comes to it, Ben. Here, I have the helmets from our space trip. I tweaked them so that they will extract the oxygen from the water, thus allowing us to breathe.
Reed hands each person a helmet. They all put them on. The tinted black visor cover now replaced with a clear plastic.
The vents on the sides are what funnels the oxygen.
I probably should have asked before, but what about the water pressure? Sure, the Fantastic car can handle it, but what about us?
Our suits will protect us from the pressure. The cosmic rays not only changed us, but also the molecular structure of our suits. It created something new, something that is both light and strong. I call them unstable molecules, and our suits are filled with them.
As they continue their journey, the team looks around. The Fantastic car's lights shining through the darkness of the ocean, allowing them to see their surroundings. Ben pilots them through litter and debris. They pass through the shipping containers that the men at the docks had been pushing into the ocean. Reed sees something on one of the containers.
That symbol. Where have I seen that before?
He reads the name on the logo.
AIM.
Johnny looks out the window.
What is that?
Johnny sees something speeding toward them.
Looks like a man.
Suddenly, the thing moving toward them hits the Fantastic car, sending it spinning out of control into a seamount. Some time has passed, and Reed, Johnny, and Ben wake up in a prison cell.
My head.
Johnny looks around, seeing Reed and Ben unconscious on the floor next to him.
Sue?
Johnny looks around, frantically, but can't see Sue Storm anywhere.
Guys, wake up.
He grabs Reed and starts shaking to wake him.
Reed, Sue's not here.
What?
Sue's gone.
Reed sits up, now more aware and awake. He sees an Atlantean guard walking by the cell. Reed gets up and stands against the wall.
Hey!
The guard turns around.
What do you want, Surface Dweller?
Where is Susan?
The lady? Oh, she is with His Majesty.
Johnny steps forward next to Reed.
Who's that?
King Namor.
Meanwhile, outside of the prison, in the streets of Atlantis, Sue Storm is walking with Namora and two of the royal bodyguards. The walk is silent until Sue breaks the silence.
Where are you taking me?
The king has requested your presence. We're taking you to the throne room of the royal palace to meet with him. I apologize for your rough arrival. Some of our people don't take well to outsiders.
Right. And your people are...
Atlanteans.
Atlanteans? So this really is the lost city of...
Atlantis? Yes.
How?
We have been here for as long as anyone can remember. Though, it is believed that the first Atlanteans were gifted their abilities to survive the ocean depths from beings far more powerful than you and me. Beings not from this world. The energy barriers surrounding the city keeps us hidden from the outside world. It is also what is allowing us to walk on the city floor.
It controls the buoyancy of everything inside. Interesting.
Sue, Namora, and the two guards reach the palace. One of the guards steps forward and pulls the large doors open. Sue looks at Namora, who gestures for her to walk inside. Namora and the guards walk away from the door, leaving Sue. She walks forward. Inside, there are two more guards stationed behind the door. In the center of the room sits the king, on a high, golden throne.
Why am I here?
Namor raises his hand, sending the guards away. The doors close behind them, leaving him and Sue to talk alone. He makes his way down from the throne.
There have been ripples in the waters of Atlantis. Some of my people do not believe me fit to rule. While my mother was Atlantean royalty, my father was from your world, the surface. Because of this, some consider me unfit to sit on the throne. To make matters worse, humans are causing problems for us. I am told by my advisors that the oceans are filling with materials dangerous to my people. I am being called to do something.
And you're telling me why?
You have a fire. I like that. What is your name?
Susan.
Well, Susan, I believe that you could be the key to uniting our two worlds. My informants on the surface tell me that you and your team are valiant warriors and leaders of your world.
We've done some good.
Well, I would be honored to give you a chance to do more good. For more people.
What are you saying?
My people need to see the potential in humanity. I need someone by my side. I need you as my queen.
I'm flattered, but I can't.
Excuse me.
My answer is no.
I think you misunderstand. I am not asking.
Namor takes a deep breath and walks to the door. He opens it, motioning to Sue.
I respect your decision. Shall we return you to your family?
Sue walks out the door, followed by Namor, him closing the door behind them. Sue and Namor continue walking down the path back to the prison in silence, when something in the distance starts moving toward them. Sue squints her eyes, trying to clearly see what's coming at them.
Ben?
Get away from the lady, fish face.
Ben Grimm charges toward the two, not slowing down. He punches Namor, sending him flying into a building.
Ben, what are you doing?
Getting you away from that creep and getting out of here. Reed and Johnny found the Fantastic Hawk. Let's go.
As Ben pulls her away, Sue looks back in the direction that Namor was sent. A far ways away, Namor rises from the rubble of the building he was sent flying into. Attuma and two Atlantean warriors run over to where Namor is.
Sire, come quick. Something terrible has happened.
The trio leads their king into the hospital. They walk into a private room in the back of the building.
How is she?
I'm afraid there's nothing more we can do.
Namor walks over to a bed with a body lying on it, covered by a white blanket. He moves the blanket off the body's face, revealing his cousin, Namora. Namor lowers his head, crying over her body.
Why? Cousin.
Namor raises his head.
What's happened?
The medical analysis revealed scorch marks on her body. We believe whatever caused the burns is responsible.
The surface dwellers. One of them had the ability to generate fire from his hands. They broke out of the cell. They must have done this on their way to their vessel.
Namor takes a second to think.
Attuma, prepare your men.
Yes, sir.
Attuma and his men walk out of the room, into the hall. Attuma turns to his first lieutenant.
Orka, prepare the troops. We are going to war.
Back in the Fantastic car, the Fantastic Four are making their way back to the surface.
How did you guys get out of the cell?
There was this guy who came to the prison. He told the guard to leave, and he let us out.
And then you came and got me?
Ben did. We went to get the Fantastic car.
The four continue their trip back home. Later, at Coney Island, families are enjoying the park and rides. On the shores of the beach, a head peeks out of the water. Namor raises from the waves, ready for a fight, followed by an army of his Atlantean soldiers, their blue skin absorbing the last little bit of water as they leave the ocean. Breathing devices cover the mouths of the soldiers.
Humans, The time has come for you to pay for your crimes against Atlantis. Soldiers, do what you must.
You heard the king! Attack!
Namor sends his troops out. They start destroying the amusement park. The Fantastic Four arrive, flying in the Fantastic Car.
Namor, you told me you didn't want to start a war, but here you are. What changed?
I opened my kingdom to you, and your family took something from me.
What are you talking about? We did nothing.
Clearly, he won't listen to reason, Sue. Let's just fry these fish and get this over with.
Yeah, I'm with the kid.
Good to hear. Flame on!
Johnny lights his body. Namor realizes,
You.
Wow, I mean, I knew I was popular, but they recognized me under the sea?
Imperius Rex!
Actually, it's Johnny Storm.
Namor throws his trident at Johnny. He dodged the incoming weapon and turns his head back. The wings on Namor's ankles start to flap. He is lifted into the air. Namor flies at Johnny. Namor flies with Johnny in his hands.
You will pay for what you've done to the throne of Atlantis.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Johnny blasts with fire, causing Namor to drop it. Johnny hits the ground hard. He lands next to the trident that is stuck into the ground. Namor dives down, landing on top of Johnny. He grabs the trident and pulls it out of the ground. He raises the trident above his head, ready to deliver a final blow.
Imperius Rex!
I got a little catchphrase too.
Namor turns his head to see Ben charging at him.
It's clobbering time!
Ben hits Namor, pushing him back. Namor sticks his trident into the ground, slowing himself down.
You seem to only be able to strike when I am unprepared, beast.
Namor drops his trident.
Let us see what you can really do.
Finally, I get to hit something.
Both men charge at each other. Ben throws a punch. Namor catches his fist and pummels him into the ground. Johnny flies around Namor and blasts him with fireballs. Across the beach, Attuma is watching the fight. Standing next to him is Orka and another soldier.
The king needs assistance. We should go.
No.
Attuma stops the soldier.
King Namor can handle himself.
Namor grabs Ben by the legs, swings him, and sends him flying at Johnny. Ben hits Johnny and they both fly through a Ferris wheel. Reed and Sue are trying to prevent any more damage.
We need to hold off the soldiers and keep the damage to a minimum.
Sue Storm creates an invisible wall around the Atlantean soldiers.
Get ready to do what you need to. I won't be able to hold them for long.
Reed nods, understanding. Sue shrinks the field, bunching the soldiers together.
I'm dropping the field.
Sue stops concentrating and the force field drops. Reed stretches his arms, taking the breathing devices off the soldiers. Once the masks are taken off, all of the soldiers collapse.
That went, well.
A little ways away, Namor is holding Ben a little above the ground, lifting him by the neck. Namor punches Ben, repeatedly, until he is unconscious. Namor drops Ben and walks over to Johnny. Namor stands over Johnny's beaten body. He grabs his neck and lifts him up. Namor starts squeezing.
You killed my cousin! For what?
I didn't kill anyone.
Sue and Reed run over to Namor.
Namor, please!
Now is not the time, Susan. He must pay for what he has done.
You told me that there was a human that you knew that you trusted. I need you to do that again. I need you to trust me. Please.
Namor loosens his grip.
Namor, don't!
Namor turns and sees his cousin, Namora, walking out of the ocean onto the beach. She is limping and holding her side. She collapses on the beach, landing on her knees. Namor drops Johnny and flies over to Namora. He helps her to her feet.
What? How?
Attuma, he tried to kill me. He wanted you to go to war with the surface.
Namor lifts his head and looks for Attuma.
Where is Attuma?
Namor returns to his palace in Atlantis. He bursts through the doors.
Attuma!
And when he walks in, he sees Attuma sitting on his throne, wearing his crown. Standing next to him, a huge Atlantean and a smaller soldier with mechanical hands and sharp metal teeth. His lieutenants, Orka and Tiger.
What is this? Explain yourself.
Oh, my dear king. It has been made clear many times that you are not the right person to rule over Atlantis. Atlantis needs someone that the people can trust. Someone that won't hesitate to go to war for them. Someone who is truly Atlantean. Orka, Tiger, get rid of this half-breed filth.
Finally, I have been waiting a long time for this.
Let's tear him to shreds.
Bring it.
Orka and Tiger charge at Namor.
Ah!
Orka throws a punch at Namor. Namor ducks and returns the hit with an uppercut to the jaw. As Orka stumbles back, Tiger jumps at Namor, biting Namor in the arm.
Ah!
Namor swings him off into the wall. Namor turns his head, and Orka punches him in the face. Namor falls to the ground, stunned. Orka grabs Namor's head in one hand and slams it into the ground, repeatedly.
That's enough, Orka.
Attuma gets up from the throne. He walks down the stairs to where Orka and Tiger are standing.
Hold him.
Orka and Tiger each grab one arm and hold the dazed Namor up.
Who knew the king would fall so easily?
Attuma starts punching Namor, first hitting him in the chest and the stomach, then moving up to continuously hitting his head. Attuma walks to another wall, grabs a trident that is hanging and returns to Namor. Attuma looks down at the weapon, examining it.
Let's finish this.
Attuma brings the trident back, ready to impale Namor, when the doors suddenly swing open and an invisible force knocks Attuma, Orka, and Tiger off their feet. They drop Namor, and he hits the floor. The Fantastic Four come running into the throne room. Reed and Sue run over to help Namor to his feet. Attuma, Orka, and Tiger get up and prepare to fight.
Let's make an example of these five.
Pro. Throno.
What?
I challenge you to Pro Throno.
What's that?
It is Latin. It means fight for the throne.
I accept your challenge.
Then it is decided. We will prepare the Colosseum.
Moments later, Namor is waiting in a room underneath the Colosseum. With him is Namora and the Fantastic Four. He's putting on Atlantean combat armor, covering his legs and arms, but still leaving his chest and feet exposed.
Namor, you're in no shape to fight Attuma.
It is the only way, Namora.
Namora is right. You can barely stand.
Let me do it for you. I've been dying to pound one of these blue-skinned water breathers.
Ben turns to Namora.
No offense.
That's not how it works. Only the king and the one aiming to take the throne fight in the arena.
Just maybe there's a diplomatic solution to all of this. I'm sure if we can just sit down with Attuma, then
There's no reasoning with him. Attuma is too far gone. This is the only way I can show my people that I am still the one who should sit on the throne and put an end to Attuma's attempts at the crown. At my crown.
Namor finishes putting his armor on. Namor grabs the helmet sitting next to him. He picks up the helmet. Namora puts her hands on the helmet, looking at Namor.
Cousin, you know Attuma has no honor. You're walking into an unfair fight.
Attuma may not have honor, but I do. This is why I must do this.
Namor lifts the helmet over his head, putting it on. Moments later, Namor walks out into the Colosseum, a trident in his hand. The large audience watching, filling the arena with their cheers. Namor looks around the stands. He watches as the crowd jumps and yells, ready to see the fight. He turns his head to the royal box where Namora is taking her seat with the Fantastic Four following behind. Everyone gets quiet, and they all turn in the direction of the noise. Attuma walks out, followed by Orka and Tiger. His lieutenants stop and he walks onto the elevated platform of the arena, standing across from Namor. The Mediator enters the arena.
Welcome, citizens of Atlantis. King Namor has challenged General Attuma to pro throno, a fight for the throne, to the death. Winner comes out with their life and the crown. Let the challenge begin!
The Mediator swims out of the arena and the fight begins. Namor and Attuma swim at each other, colliding, their tridents clashing with each other. Attuma brings his trident back and swings at Namor's head. Namor reacts quickly, managing to duck under the trident, countering by charging the rod of his trident into Attuma's stomach. Attuma is sent flying back, reeling. Namor, not giving him a second, charges again, this time punching Attuma with his free hand. Attuma takes a second to recover and tries to catch Namor off guard, swinging his trident at Namor's leg. Namor notices and lifts his foot off the ground, stepping over the attack, turns, and hits Attuma with the back of his trident, causing him to hit the ground. Attuma looks back at Orka and Tiger. He gives them a slight nod. Orka and Tiger nod back and move in opposite directions around the stage. Attuma rises to his feet, leaving the trident on the floor. Attuma swings his fist at Namor's head. Namor blocks it with his trident. As soon as he does, Attuma uses the opening and kicks the wing on Namor's ankle. Namor stumbles back. Attuma jumps at him, punching him in the stomach and then in the face. Up in the royal box, the Fantastic Four sit with a nervous Namora.
Namora, exactly how much is legal in this fight?
Almost everything, I'm afraid. That kick to the ankle should have been called, though.
Sue sits back in her chair. Johnny looks over the balcony.
I think I know why it wasn't.
Johnny points down to where the Mediator is standing. The group look down and see Tiger standing behind him.
Finally, an excuse to hit something.
Not so fast. Attuma's men are ruthless.
Trust me, girlie. I can handle it.
Ben walks out of the room.
If you want to keep living, keep your mouth shut and enjoy the fight.
Why don't you leave the nice merman alone, huh?
Tiger turns to see Ben Grimm walking towards him. He releases long, sharp claws from his mechanical fingers. Ben cracks his knuckles.
Bring it, Gills.
Back on the elevated stage, Attuma has gained an advantage over Namor. Attuma kicks Namor in the chest, pushing him to the ground. Orka walks near the stage, two swords in his hands.
My liege.
Attuma turns to Orka. Orka throws the blades up to Attuma. He catches the blades and turns his attention back to Namor. Attuma swings his swords, cutting Namor again and again. Namor stumbles back in response. Attuma prepares to continue his assault, getting into an attacking stance, swords in hand. Namor charges at Attuma, swinging the front of his trident. Attuma blocks the weapon with one of his swords and swings the other. Namor blocks the blade with the end of his trident. Both men push forward against each other, their super strength forcing their feet deeper into the ground. Namor headbutts Attuma. Attuma's helmet dents and falls to the ground, dropping his sword. Namor drops his trident, gets on top of Attuma, and starts punching his face repeatedly. Ben Grimm continues to fight Tiger. Orka swims over and grabs Ben, pins him against the wall. Tiger walks next to Orka, holding out his clawed hand. He pulls his hand back, ready to strike. Suddenly, Tiger's head is smashed into the wall next to Ben. Orka screams out in pain and collapses, revealing Namora standing behind him, a knife sticking out his back.
Yeah!
Thanks.
Namora smirks and nods. Back on the arena stage, Namor continues to beat Attuma. He stops, seeing Attuma is struggling to breathe. Namor stands, lifting his arm in victory.
The victor your king, Namor!
Fantastic Four the audio drama, Season 1, Episode 3, Imperius Rex, featuring Ruben Marquez as Narrator, DeBug as Ikthon, Delano Johnson as Attuma, Michael Kaye as Krang, Alexander McKee as Namor, Dasha Leyva as Namora, Noah Wilkinson as Johnny Storm, William Wilkinson III as Reed Richards, William Wilkinson IV as Ben Grimm, Veronica Wilkinson as Sue Storm, Noah Wilkinson as Orka, Jeff Pfeiffer as Guard, DaVon M. Nelson as Soldier, William Wilkinson IV as Tiger, William Wilkinson IV as Mediator. Written by William Wilkinson IV, edited by William Wilkinson IV. Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes theme composed by Noam Kaniel. Cover by Joe Caleb Damoah. Music sourced from Pixabay. Sound effects sourced from freesound.org, based on Marvel Comics' Fantastic Four comics. Fantastic Four is a copyright owned by Marvel Entertainment. This is a fan production with no copyright infringement intended. Stay up to date by following us on Instagram at Cortex Sound. If interested in auditioning for the show, email us at sound.cortex@gmail.com. Check out our after show channel, Fantastic Four TAD, Behind the Scenes Podcast. Find us on Patreon at Cortex Sound and join for free exclusive content. Thank you for listening.
Just outside of Earth's atmosphere, an asteroid passes through a wave of cosmic radiation, knocking it off course and sending it barreling down to Earth.